Hi, I'm Gary Martin Hayes, and on this segment of my TV show, I'm going to reveal what happens when you apply for Social Security disability benefits. And please, stay tuned for great resources at the end of this video. Thank you for starting your day with us right here on Atlanta's CW Network. I'm Gary Martin Hayes, and I appreciate you joining us. And I hope you make this show a part of your daily routine. Just grab that cup of coffee and join us. Let's go to a question now we received from one of our viewers regarding Social Security disability. Gary, I am 59 and I've worked a lot of different jobs in my life. I dropped out of school in the 8th grade and didn't go back. I regret it, but that's a different story. I don't have any real skills other than as a cashier in some of my jobs. I was in a wreck a few years ago that was my fault. I really messed up my back and my left leg. They operated 2 times on my leg and 1 time on my lower back. I'm still hurting and haven't been able to work in the last year. It hurts for me to stand for a long period of time and my leg swells. My son told me to apply for Social Security disability with the government. I don't know the process and I need help. Can you or one of your lawyers help me? And that comes to us from Hannah in Forest Park. Hannah, thanks for the question. I'd like to bring in Sarah Lowe, an attorney in our Social Security Department, to help answer your question. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning.
Sarah, I'd like for you to address Hannah's question by explaining the Social Security disability process for her and for our viewers.
Sure, but let me start off by telling Hannah and the people watching this morning that if you feel you're entitled to Social Security disability benefits, you should contact an attorney to help you with the claim. The application for Social Security disability is a complicated process.
It is complicated, especially if you've been denied benefits. Well, let's talk about the process.
The Social Security Administration has a 5-step process they follow to determine if a person is disabled and eligible for disability benefits.
And what is the first step?
Step 1 is, are you working? The Social Security Administration wants to know if you're working. The person applying for disability benefits, also known as the claimant, cannot be engaged in any substantial gainful activity.
Yeah, put that in plain English for us.
Sure. This essentially means that the person must be unable to perform work for at least 12 consecutive months and cannot earn more than a maximum amount of money per Social Security guidelines. For 2015, that max amount of money is $1,090 per month.
And Sarah, what is step number 2?
Step number 2 is your disability a severe impairment according to the Social Security Administration guidelines?
And what does that mean?
This means that the disabilities you suffer from are bad enough to limit your mental and physical ability to perform any basic work. The condition must prevent you from working for at least 12 months. If it is, then we must go to the next step.
All right, and Sarah, tell us, what is step number 3?
The next step is your condition listed in the Social Security Administration's listing of impairments or disabling conditions?
All right, explain this for us.
Sure. The Social Security Administration has a special list of impairments and disabilities. If a person has one or some of these, they can be found automatically disabled. These can range from back pain to breathing issues, but let me stress this, it is very hard for a person to meet one of these listings. If you do, then you will be found disabled. If not, then we move to step 4.
And talk about step 4.
Step 4, you must be able to prove that you cannot perform the same work that you did in the past. The examiner will look at your past 15 years of work experience before the date you became disabled. If your case goes to a hearing, the judge may have a vocational expert there to testify as to whether or not you can perform your past relevant work.
So if you can perform your previous work, then you are not disabled.
Exactly. But if they find you cannot do your prior work, then we must move to step 5.
All right, well, Sarah, please tell us about this step.
Sure. This is the last step in the process. You must prove that you cannot perform any other work in the national and local economy because of your disabilities. The claims examiner will look at your application and review your medical conditions, your age, your job skills, and your educational background.
And Sarah, you kind of touched on this at the beginning of our conversation, but it's worth revisiting. When should a person get an attorney involved in the Social Security process?
In my opinion, from the very beginning, we assist our clients in the initial application in the hope of giving them the greatest chance of being declared disabled sooner in the process.
And if they are found disabled, what can the claimant expect to recover?
They will receive both a hearing decision notice and an award summary in the mail. Both documents will explain to the client the judge's decision and the amount of money and health benefits, both Medicaid and Medicare, he is entitled to receive. They will also need to visit their local Social Security office as well to discuss financial information which may impact their benefits moving forward.
Sarah, thank you, and you do a great job with our Social Security clients, and I appreciate your work. Folks, if you or family members in the process of applying for Social Security disability benefits, I highly recommend you speak to us as soon as possible regarding the application process. But please make sure you speak with an attorney that is a specialist in this area of the law. You have absolutely nothing to lose by calling a lawyer, but think of all you can lose if you don't. And if you'd like to speak with me, with my law firm about your claim, we make it very easy for you. Just pick up the phone right now and give us a call. 770-934-8000. Our legal intake specialists are standing by right now to speak with you. The consultation is free, completely confidential. I encourage you, if you don't call us, please call someone. We'd be happy to speak with you. 770-934-8000, and we'll be back.